All right, good morning, guys. Welcome to another Asia stream. It should be fun, this one. Had a huge move already to start the day off. Some consolidation through that New York PM, and then we're getting that distribution now through Asia. Hope everyone's enjoyed their New York session. Finally getting nice piece of the puzzle at the moment. Market's opening up. Just chucking an emoji in the chat. Let me know you can hear me okay. Got T joining as well. Nice.
Test. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, mate. How you going?
Oh, what a crazy fucking sell-off, huh? I mean, I was short, and then I saw that big ass knife. I'm like, oh, let me exit. Nope.
Yeah. Over
Kept
300
going.
points now.
I know, but it's like, how do you predict something like that?
Especially for
Impossible.
Asia, it's not common. This is really opened up the weekly now. So this is our weekly candle here for our with the PO3 indicator showing the open high, and now we've gone past open now and expanding down for our weekly expansion. Stefan made too much on his email. Yeah. Yeah, and then you're like, oh, the low's in. I'll short to try and get that down, and then it keeps going down.
Fucking insane. But let me flex something to you right now. Something I achieved in this market. The exact number for consistency.
Oh, perfect. Well done. All right, let's while this is playing out, we'll dive into the high time frame. We'll come back to this 1 hour chart shortly. Just minimize this. So we've got a few new faces in here again. So we'll do our breakdown from the 12-month chart. So we've got our yearly chart here. Not quite getting the highs there. Still to come later, I think. And we had our yearly order block here, which has been respected for continuation. On the 6 monthly chart, our high here, we had our inverted SIBI here from this manipulation swing, and we get that SIBI flip into continuation. Come back down, retested that here into continuation. And down to our monthly, and this is what we've been watching. So we're getting a nice BPR building in here. So I'm quite happy if this doesn't, if we don't swing the highs here, we can use them later on as a target for July or August. So even if this month, if June just finishes in here, and we get this candle close, and then we're going to have that BPR on the monthly for plausible continuation later. This is quite a nice formation here. We'll be looking for, after this close, to then come back down, test BPR, continue, and then we can look for bullish structure to continue to the highs there. Flipping that 20 SMA here. This is going to come up and land nicely around here. Should be a very interesting couple of months. So we've had our previous month sweep now. Just interesting to see where this monthly close comes in. A couple more weeks to go. All right, down to the weekly. Let's get rid of these. So we had that weekly change in state of delivery here. And for when watching the weekly, we can now have a box drawn on this as well. And we've got some volume imbalance in here too. Untested. Got our 20 SMA back down here. 200 here, which we found support. And we've got our weekly high sweep that just came in. So plausible Wednesday high of the week now for a midweek reversal, and they're becoming pretty clear now. We can see on that 1 hour chart. If we go back to the monthly, so we can see this weekly order block here or manipulation zones within that BPR that's being created as well. So lots of confluence building around here for that higher time frame retracement. And then daily, we go down and we have this zone here. And then we can run our standard deviations on that for the daily for high time frame targets. And of course our equal highs up here to hit later. All right, so we'll go back to our 1 hour chart. So we use the 1 hour chart for our roadmap for our for the weekly candle. That's what I like to do. So we had this previous low that was in down here. So clean manipulation low zone here coming in on towards the end of May, so May 23rd. And we've been inside this for a little while. So we come up and we've reached that SD 1.5. So that's been our high, and that's where we're getting our reversal now. So we've come up, manipulated above SD 1.5. We've made those nice, so equal highs here. We've come down, broken structure on Wednesday. And then we've gone into a distribution SBS sequence. And so what happens there, if we go here, so market's coming up. We get our equal highs. We come up, take the highs, take the liquidity there. We come back, we break structure here. We get our change in state of delivery. And then our first retracement becomes, so the break here is 1 for the swing. Retracement is 2. Then we break 1. That becomes 3. And then we're looking for an OTA retracement and a swing of 2. So this is 2 here. And price comes back up and we get our 4 and 5. And 5 can either be higher than 4 or lower. And then we're targeting that low for 6.
Oh my gosh.
She's still going. It's just taking that next low.
I did it again to the tick.
Did you get another short in?
Yeah, I scalped another short and another account ended up 0-0.
Straight to the low?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wicked it right back up after I exited perfectly. I'm just scalping though, because, you know, this is impossible to try and...
There's not much we can do now
Well,
while it's like catching a knife trying to play.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. So this is our setup high time frame on the 1 hour, which is played out here. So we've come up, we've hit SD 1.5 from the low move down here. We get those equal highs, which we can see along here. We've swept it for our Wednesday high, plus the news that we had on Wednesday. Broken structure here. We come back up for 2. We get our low 3 here, and then we can do our OTE from the high down to 3. This is our OTE level here. So we've come back up to 6.2. We look for PD arrays within this as well, which you can't see a BPR, but you can use the wicks for that. So we can see in between here, I was doing week 3 and week 3, and we can use that similar to a BPR here. We get our 4, and then our 5 here was, in this case, was the lower high. And this is what was happening in the New York PM. So we've come back up, swept 2, consolidates, and then we're getting the expansion now, and the next session being Asia, which is a bit rare. Normally you get this price action in Asia, and then we get that London expansion. So for those that are new here, I recommend definitely doing this on a 1 hour chart. And what we do, we've set up our, these are the vertical lines, are all our true day open levels. And then we mark out the horizontal true day open levels as well. So when we're in these bullish conditions, we're looking for the manipulation underneath TDO. So we've got true day open, looking for manipulation under. This one we sweep. So at this stage here, we've manipulated above for the end of the week, and then come back down for this Thursday. So during this week, we're looking for this to be the manipulation up for the week, for price to continue down, but the Friday just came back up. Just coming back into that SIBI that we had there to finish the week off here. And then we're continuing higher. So just building up liquidity here at all these highs. And then we get that manipulation.
We're about to hit the Friday low. That's insane.
This thing is flying.
Sorry for interrupting you.
No, you're welcome. You're all good. So we've come back up. So now we've got our manipulation for the week. So this becomes our high of the week, which is looking very plausible now. So midweek reversal. We've got the zone drawn on here. So from the low to the high. And then we'd put our standard deviations on here. And then we're looking at our SD 1.5, 2.5, just like we do on the 5 minute, 3.5 and 4.5 for targets for the week, depending how much this is going to expand today. Then we have our zone down here to watch, which comes in around that SD 2.5. So this is the manipulation that caused this breakout that broke here. And then we've got the low here, which started the whole move. And we've hit that SD 1.5 to watch as well. BPR within there, which is what this had hit. Coming in at SD 3.5 there. So now we can start to see, so true day open, manipulation above true day open. And we get another true day open. We look for manipulation above true day open. And we keep playing it down. Switching from that, looking for manipulation below true day open into continuation. Manipulation below true day open, expands up. Guys have any questions on the 1 hour chart here? So now what do we look for at SD 1.5. SD 2.5, we look for a redistribution setup, which can be used also as an SBS fractal. So we've now hit that SD 1.5. We've come down from here for 1. We're looking for a push up for 2 into a sweep of 1. And then we want shorts above 2, wherever 2 lands. And ideally, we want that around another OTE level. And then we're targeting the low of 3, where that comes in. So we can now do an OTE from this high, so PDH, down to wherever 3 lands. So this will change as we hopefully make another low. And this whole swing up that's caused this breakdown is unmitigated. So we can draw another box here. And we've got a 50% level of this as well. We've got a SIBI in here if it gets back that high to watch. And a new SIBI that's being created at the moment on the 1 hour, which we'll be able to watch the CE of that once that next 1 hour candle's finished. So wherever 2 lands, we want a sweep of that. And we're looking for wherever the midnight open is, a true day open, for manipulation above that into continuation down. And we target the low of 3, or we can target continuation to SD 2.5 from this 1 hour manipulation high of the week. All clear, guys? Come on, surely your keyboards are working. Alrighty, let's dive into our daily review now.
Where do you think price could potentially bottom?
I think it's going to start to now. We should see some consolidation. 2110. So like at the moment, we're into the macro of that 2100 candle. Lower time frame. Like we do on the 5 minute now, we do have a 2 here. So we've had a break, 1, 2, 3. So we can see this consolidate and then maybe grind up. We can look for that for a break here. We've swept everything. All these equal lows. This is what I wanted as the target for today to put into the daily plan. But yeah, not interested in, well, I'm not interested in longs in this condition. I just want raids, like high raids to come in, preferably around the sweeps of 2, to then look for continuation. I just turn off the PO3 and pop on. Just close on our high time frame candles on this as well. Zones here for the open high into continuation. These are the G spots from MMT's HTF candles indicator. So yeah, H1 sweep. All right, we'll let that keep playing out, and we'll jump into the review. You're welcome to talk about current price action if you want during this as well, T.
Yeah, I think this might be the point where it tries doing a retracement now that it's actually stronger. But every time we push up higher, we've always just collapsed again. So if we can not only push up, but firmly hold after pushing up, I think it might be doing a short-term bottom to retrace.
All right, I'm just going to put the replay mode on here, and then we can see the daily candle that we had as well. And turn that off.
Yeah, so with these kind of pushes, thinking it's going to go to that 5-minute civvy that we have. And from there, see if we do try to retrace deep up, or if it's just going to pop into that and then sell off again. More lows.
All right, so during yesterday, so we had our PDH up here, PDL and OTE, that daily range was here. So idea for the day, a bearish continuation. And I was originally looking for, so the break here that we had into Asia yesterday. So the SBS we had here, and we had our equal highs here. I wanted this to be the third swing here. And then I was looking for Asia to sweep to here and then get this sell off down. But it's we only got here and then the Asia high sweep into London. And so this ends up being the 3, and then it's gone up and swept to the 4 and 5 over here. So this whole day has basically been that SBS on the high time frame that we're looking at. So we have our break, 1, 2, get our sweep, and the sweep was into the AM and PM move. So coming into Asia, we had our Q3 manipulation. I'll just put our 90-minute cycle on. Here, we'll move this back. So these are our H4 opens here. So coming in to the H4, we've got our Q3 manipulation, our break of structure here. We had displacement in here as well for Asia. And so I was looking for longs here to push back up towards 2 up here, and these equal highs being the dog.
So I do want to say price is holding after pushing up. It could be a potential scalp if you're willing to risk an eval on it. I am going to give it a slight try, but again, super risky scalp. I just think it's going to try doing a pop into the 5-minute civvy, so I'm not expecting much.
Do you want to chuck your chart in the chat as well, T? Yeah.
Oh, well, at this point, price already kind of shot up, so I doubt anyone will be able to follow along. But that's my thought. If anyone is long, it's going for that 5-minute civvy.
All right, so I had the doll up here for Asia and for continuation of the short. I wanted price to come up here and sweep 2. as part of the daily plan. Longs here from the Asia quarter 3. So we had that manipulation down, changing state of delivery, come back in, hit that BISI there. Can also have that OTE from here. See, comes back to the 0.5, expands straight out to SD 1.5, and then we go into our reaccumulation here into London Q1 and Q2. So the breakout here becomes 1. We get our lows 2, 3 sweeps 1, and 4 here swept 2 on ES. So we had SMT here at the low with ES. And this becomes our continuation to the high of 3, becomes 6. Straight up to Asia high, and this becomes our London manipulation. So London Q3 manipulation, we have our Asia high sweep, have our change in state of delivery here. This becomes our zone. I'll just move that back across so it's a bit easy to see. London zone, and then shorts after this break here. And we're looking for shorts down to SD 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, and 4.5. And this played out really quickly. I'm taking out Asia low being the main doll. So the targets there for London, we've had Asia high sweep into an Asia low sweep. So quite nice there. I did want to see this. I missed this move because I put my limit orders after the 3:30 candle, and I wanted this to come up and tag me in. For this move. So it's also swept Tuesday's PDL here. So we tagged SD 4.5, Tuesday's PDL. And then we get a quick move back up into that London zone again. Still being respected. And then we've got our, this is Q2 manipulation for New York. So we can draw another box on here as well. Did you do the AM session, T?
Nah, I skipped. Actually, no, I did take it. Give me a second. I went long for the 9:30 open because I believe the price was going to push into 9:15,
Yeah.
which it actually did.
So you called
But that was
for
based on the
that
prediction that we
raid at
made.
9:30.
Yeah.
Very nice. So then we have a London high here. So previous session high becomes your doll. London high. Have London high lining up also with SD 1.5 there. So quite nice if anyone managed to mark it in here at 8:30. And then this, so as we come into SD 1.5, we have reaccumulation. So we come up 1, 2, 3, 4 sweeps 2. We look to get in there. We've got our 20 SMA and our 200 SMA here. Flips and expands up. Takes 3. Also had our fixed range volume profile POC for the day was here. So we've tagged that as well. SD2. Another retracement back to the 20 SMA and then continuation up. Coming back to our daily OTE zone. We've got that sweep of 2 that we're looking at. And then this Q4 high, this becomes our AM manipulation zone here, which was the high for the rest of the day. Q4. and becomes our SD levels now, standard deviation levels for today. So we can see the PM. So we had our high swing, and then the PM's just made liquidity basically as we're consolidating. So we go expansion into consolidation here, or manipulation, consolidation, and now we're getting that expansion down. In Asia. So I'll just get out of our replay mode now. So if anyone was shorting in New York, ideally we're looking at that within this zone, or OT of this zone, and until we're getting multiple candle closes above 50% of this zone, that's when the shorts become invalidated. So it's tried here, failed, come back down. One candle close above here, and then it's just come back down again. We come back in, retest this 50% zone, and down she goes. You can see we didn't get that change in state delivery on the 5 minute now. So we've had our 2100 open macro. We'll just come back up. Candle closes below here. It's like it's just going to build liquidity and slow down, I think. All right, let's start our daily chart setup. Let's remove this PO3. Let's grab another chart. So we have our PDH from NYAM. Mark out our PDH and PDL. PDL is London low. And we normally do OTE of PDH to PDL, but be looking for rejections of PDL. I can't see it getting up this high at all. We can put it on our, or add the 0.2 and 0.3 to watch as well. And we want PM low we normally put on, which we can see has already been swept here. PM high. Both going to be irrelevant. And then we want our standard deviations here from the previous sessions. So that was our main standard deviation for Asia coming in, which we've tagged now. Even we can add the NYPM Q3. If we had this whole swing, that would have tagged as well. It's D4.5. So now that all of these are done, we pretty much just stay with that 1 hour standard deviation to work with. From Wednesday's high. $2.5 is our next leg.
Kirk, I'm not I can't do pros in this kind of market. It's just eval scalping.
No pro
Too
accounts
scared to
wild knife
trade with
catching.
pro.
Yeah. Next we put our 4-hour levels on. The idea that we can watch for open low high close or open high low close for days like today. TLM traded gold. What did that do? Opposing?
Gold rocking super rare.
Jesus. Let's like smash that Q1 extensions. We can get it. What is it from this one here? From London Q3. Still 1.5. I always find it funny when you see these huge moves like this, rips down. And when you see them at the time, you're like, nah, that can't be the manipulation swing. And you know, you put a standard deviation on it and then price goes to those deviations. Such huge manipulation swings to... It's hard to fathom that that's the correct one at the time. Had another, so we have our breakout here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into 6. Breaks out again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Consolidation, little manipulation, expansion. All right, this is one of my weirdest daily chart setups. So we normally do our fixed range volume profile POC. We can pop on.
Curious what the volume profile would see out of this range.
Even like PDH down to this low. Coming in here. Which is where all the selling came in. Which is not helpful for current price action because it's likely it's not going to get back to there. We can do another one now from the high to the current low as well, and we'll probably find most of it up there as well. Yeah. See how thin the volume is? So it was all selling up here. As this keeps progressing down, it's good to keep doing this as well. So we do that fixed range volume profile from the high up here, and we can keep doing it to the lows that keep getting created. And once you start to see a big high volume node down at the lows here, so you want to see this sort of start to spike outwards and then back, and that becomes your POC. And that's another good spot to then look for price to come back up and flip that area. So for Asia days, if this was a New York PM push down, I'm going to PM low, and then Asia opens instant PM low sweep, and we have a huge volume increase at the low at that PM low sweep. That's when I like to look for those longs into a Q3 manipulation for Asia for continuation back to an OTE of a daily range, but not so much in this case. We had that on one of the previous days down here. POC was up here. PM low sweep. Break, and then we just grind up to that OTE, the daily range. Bit of a spike. But this, the volume that we've had for all this selling is very thin. So our 20 SMA here. We put our VWAP on as well.
I think
So-
he might try going higher again. But it's so hard to say now that we tapped the 5-minute civvy.
Yeah,
I
and
can't trust longs.
new H4 opening up soon as well. So I don't know if the H4 will then sweep again. I can put that on for now. Or if the Q3 zone will hold. So we can put the zone on. And that standard deviation while that holds. Five. Do an OTE from here. So current zone. Interested in shorts up here. If anyone is longing this, I'd just be looking at short-term targets. So SD1, 1.5, intermediate term high here.
For sure. Especially with how heavy prices, where every single pop just does a big reaction down. Be careful. I'm currently trying this out as a scalp. Of course, you know, you want to join me, exit wherever you feel comfortable, and also if I'm wrong, just exit for a loss wherever you feel comfortable. Because I'm just scalping these pops, not really looking for full-on trustworthy expansion.
An SD 1.5 and a VWAP lining up here. Ideally, because we have just expanded, be nice just to have some consolidation. And then we get London manipulation into
So
our
whoever
point of
joined
area
me
for the
this
short.
long,
Sorry?
now that we took out this high, oh, sorry, Adrian. But whoever joined me in that long that I posted in the chat, now that we took out these highs, I definitely encourage to scale out or put your stop at break even, because now we can definitely just dump with a knife, or it might be interested to go to the civvy that we have right at 6:04.
It's wickless as well. And also have a we can draw a box onto that. This order block here and watch 50%. So this order blocks are the 3 up close candles that then cause that break of structure here. So closes above 50% of that should be good for then continuation up. Back to V open 1.5, closes below, keeps it bearish. Well, guys, I might stop the recording there and close my part of the stream. And then, T, did you want to jump on with your trade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say as a disclaimer, I'm not taking my model tonight. I'm just really scalping every pop, every drop. Super hard to follow. And I mean, if you guys want to watch me do it, I'll show. But, you know, manage it according to you guys.
All good. Thanks, guys. We'll
Have a
catch you in
good
the
one,
chat.
brother.